I was diagnosed with a condition called Stargardt since I was 8, and over the years that has limited my ability to see. Moving around with a white cane in the beginning years has been very challenging and I would say dangerous to some extent for me as well. There were many times when I got injured in different ways, but since Esme has come into my life, those incidences have reduced. Esme has been my guide dog since November of 2011, so she's been working with me for about the past 1.5 years. She was born and bred in Australia, trained in Australia as well over the first 2 years of her life. All her life she's learned how to be a good guide dog, to be able to help and benefit someone like me. With Esme, I'm no longer limited by the speed I walk at, and she has been able to help me move along a lot more independently and safely and confidently. When there is a tactile marker on the floor, she will stop and indicate to me that it's a dangerous place, but it's my job then to investigate why it is dangerous, whether there's a step down or it's a road crossing. The other major thing which she does for me is to avoid obstacles. When we're on the streets walking, for example, she calculates the best course to take. I'm just focusing on telling her to go straight or turn left and right, and she moves around the people, finding a gap in the crowd to move through. To me, the most important thing when it comes to food and nutrition is firstly quality of food. I look for natural ingredients, and besides that is also a trial with Esme to see how she responds to the food. I have experiences before where because she was quite overweight due to certain brand of food that I put her on, I had to put her on a prescription diet for obesity management from the vet. But that special diet gave her very little energy, and it was a big task for her to walk on the harness because she was almost dragging herself, and I could see that she was very, very tired. So I was constantly on the search for a brand of dog food that was healthier and also has the ability to control Esme's weight, because she did have a tendency to put on weight very easily, just like most Labradors do. And when I found Bosch, it was able to do all of that. Plus, more importantly, although it's a weight management diet, that whole entire problem about energy just went away. I started putting Esme on Bosch dog food about 6 months ago. She's been on the age and weight range and she loves it. It allows her to have a sustained energy level that she's still able to continue work and stay healthy. Besides the weight and the energy, the other thing I realized about Esme is she has a lot more regular toileting. In the past, with the other brands of dog food, sometimes the stools were not as firm or she wasn't going as regularly, but now the routine is a lot more predictable. Ever since Esme started on Bosch, she's back to her usual self. She has a healthy weight now and still has the energy, which is miraculous to me.